to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome inside the UNI Wrestling room. Panthers had a good Big 12 championship showing. Next up on the horizon is the NCAAs in Kansas City. 7 wrestlers heading there. I think it's the 3rd or 4th year you've sent 7 guys. Initial thoughts recapping Big 12s and what you saw out of your guys there.
I mean, having 2 champs, 3 in the finals, I've got 7 guys to the tournament. You can do a lot of damage with that. I just think the consistent progress that I've seen all year, from our group, and I know our best wrestling's coming, and I think about a guy like Parker and watching him in the finals and how he wrestled. It's like you knew where the guy's at, but then you're like you get your eyes opened up again. Like holy cow, this dude he's so dang good. It's pretty damn fun to watch, but I have a little training time, but really the work's done. It's just getting this thing in the right frame of mind and being ready to wrestle, from the first whistle.
5 automatic qualifiers from the Big 12s. Had to wait a couple days, and you got 2 more in, and just that important process, because there were so many question marks at a couple of weight classes when we started this season, and seeing where we are today, just the growth, especially by some of those like redshirt sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, we had seven guys that was their first Big 12 tournament, and their first season, and sometimes, I saw a lot of ups and downs, but I've also seen them guys be able to persevere. So you talk about those 2 guys that got wild cards. They had 7th place matches, and those matches were very important for this process. And they dug in deep and won those matches and did the best thing that they could, for their shot to get to the national tournament. But I think how it's set up now, if you have a good season and maybe you stumble, so to speak, a little bit at the Big 12s, you'll be rewarded to be able to go to the national tournament, because that's ultimately what the Big 12s is, a qualifier for the nationals. And we got 7 of those guys to qualify, and now we roll.
Yep, the whole body of work, not just that one weekend. So we'll start low, work up high. 133, Julian Farber. We have a story coming up on him later in the show. A Georgia native, went 11-3 record in duels this year, 20-9 overall. Where he's at right now.
Great offense, just got to stay on the attack. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for him, and he's beat some really good guys in that bracket, and where he landed, he's wrestled this guy a couple times, but every match is different, every opportunity is different. But if I've seen him from the start of the season to now, I think getting to the tournament sometimes is, once you get there, I think that helps a little bit of pressure off. Those guys were they're sitting and waiting, they're on pins and needles a little bit. But you kind of get a new lease on life, and it's like, man, I know what he wants to be able to go do, and it starts that first match on Thursday morning. But I love having Farber, and man, the work that he consistently does, and just the smile that he brings, the energy that he brings to the group. He's a team favorite.
Cale Happel finished 2nd at the Big 12s. It's his 2nd tournament, an alternate. What did you see out of him at the Big 12s that makes you think he might be peaking right now?
Oh wow! I mean, just. He wrestled a kid the 2nd round that beat him a couple weeks ago, and he beat him 10-3, and then that kid got 3rd. So that tells you a little bit where that kid's wrestling at. I mean, he's wrestling at a really high level, and then he beat the Oklahoma State kid, and Iowa State just wasn't able to get offense going. And when he's in that, what I think about him is that once he gets momentum moving, he's really hard to stop. So they're doing a pretty good job of slowing that down, but. He's wrestling really, really well. Got 7 seed in the tournament, and he earned that spot.
All right, we'll talk more about the NCAA qualifiers. We have a Hall of Fame feature on a UNI wrestler, as well as Julian Farber. Back with more PST right after this.
The Strategic Play of the Week, brought to you by Strategic Imaging, your one-stop shop for print marketing, signage, apparel, and promotional items.